Rockaway has such a small town feel that everyone knows one another, everyone's connected, and everyone's very deeply rooted to the community.
In terms of activism, because there's not much to do, it's easy to come and talk to other people.
Rockaway is really small. The place where I'm from is really small, so it kind of felt almost, the same.
Growing up in Rockaway, you just feel that, it has a sense of potential.
My name is Silaka Cox. I'm 19 and I'm the Chief Operations Officer of the Rockaway Youth Task Force.
My name is Jazmine Outlaw. I'm 20 and I'm the member coordinator for the Rockaway Youth Task Force.
My name is Khaleel. I'm 18 and I'm the Senior Field Organizer with the Rockaway Youth Task Force.
What's your last name?
Oh, Khaleel Anderson. Okay, do it again. My name is Khaleel Anderson. I'm 18 and I'm the Senior Field Organizer with the Rockaway Youth Task Force.
My name is Milan Taylor, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of the Rockaway Youth Task Force, and I'm 25.
I was born in Kinston, North Carolina, a very, very small town. I moved to Rockaway in 2012, like a week or so before Sandy even came. It was like a big culture shock, just moving from a really small country town to the city, trying to just find a place where I actually just fit in. I knew I didn't want to hang out in the streets all day, and I knew I didn't want to, not do anything productive with my life. My dad's side of the family, for one, are really just, I really wouldn't deal with them too much. But my mom's side of the family, they were always just really into things all the time, especially like my big cousins and my aunts and things like that. They were always in like JROCT, things like that. Like they were always involved in stuff, and I always looked up to them, and I always wanted to be like them. When I'm here, like I feel like I'm actually doing something with myself, and I'm proud to actually come here and actually work here and put forth effort.
I was born in Brooklyn and I lived in Brooklyn and Ozone Park until I was 5, and then I moved to Rockaway after certain circumstances. And went to school here my entire life. I went to PS 106, I went to Scholars Academy for middle school and for high school. Someone who had graduated 2 years before me had said, hey, you should come to this meeting with me. I was studying at the library. I was an AP government student at the time, and decided to come, and Milan was giving a lesson to a bunch of young people sitting in the library's meeting room on the organization's role in local government. And after that, I just became really interested in the organization and having the opportunity to sit down and work with a bunch of like-minded young people. But the first event I did with the organization was an open mic, and after that, I just wanted to be more involved. So I became secretary, then vice president in August 2012, and then I've been in that position ever since. I have 4 younger siblings, and I guess wanting to be a positive role model for them, and it's hitting me now that they want to be involved too. Just the desire to be a positive role model to them and to let them know that, if there are things that you want, you have to go out there and get it yourself, and you can't just rely on mom and dad to do everything for you. I could have went away for school and decided I wanted to stay in New York so that I can continue to give back to my community and help other young people grow and develop to their full potential. So if that was helping other people decide, what they want to do after high school or how they can be more involved in their community, and just realize that there are issues that affect us as young people and that they can be a part of that change. Mm-hmm. So I decided that I did want to stay. So I'm currently a student at NYU.
I was born in Brooklyn.
Hold on, Khalil. Don't. Khalil actually forgets how we met, because he was really young. How old were you?
Like 12.
Khalil was 12.
I'm old.
I've known Khalil since I was 12. That's how long I've known Khalil.
Mm-hmm. My mom was an organizer for Acorn. So she organized for Acorn in Brooklyn. She did a lot of direct actions with them. She did voter registration drives. So I kind of drew inspiration from mom, just doing everything, and also coming home and being mom. So she was, always involved in organizing. So I was 10, living in Rockaway for 2 years, 3 years. I think I came to a meeting at 54th Street Library that Milan had invited me to, because I had already been sort of someone who was involved in the community.
Khalil probably didn't realize this, mm-hmm. but at the time I was working for the Mayor Bloomberg.
I didn't want to bring that
up. I'm not proud to say.
No, I didn't want to bring that up.
At the time, I was working for a certain political candidate's re-election campaign, and Khalil was this little tiny kid, and he walked up to me, and he was like, "How are you working for that individual?" and blah blah blah, and like he was saying all of these issues and everything, and I was like, "How?"
Like that elected official.
No, he did not like that elected official, and he was only like 12 or like 13. He was this really young kid, and I was like, "How do you know this stuff?" And he's like, "Well," he just kept talking. He never answered the question about how he knew the stuff. But at the end of the conversation, I was like, "It's your email," and I took his email and I always kept it. And almost 2 years later, I emailed him about the Rockaway Youth Task Force's first meeting, and that's how he ended up at the library. I've lived in Rockaway my entire life, and just growing up in the community, there really weren't too many positive outlets for young people to get involved in. And my mother, she always made sure that I was involved in something, whether it was karate or football. My mother, she just always kept me active and out of trouble. And those activities, more often than none, were never in the community. I just remember always having to travel to Long Island with my mother, travel to this part, travel to that part. And as I got older, I wondered in the back of my head, well, how come we don't have these activities right here in Rockaway? When I got to high school, I actually went to boarding school, and I was just exposed to so many things. I had a roommate from South Korea, another roommate from California, and we would just go all over the place on weekends, and it was just a mind-blowing experience. And then when I came back home, I saw how much we didn't have in our communities. When I went away to college, to Central Connecticut State University, I was very active in the student government, Black Student Union. Then when I would come back home, you know, I'm doing all these great things on campus, and Rockaway was just a ghost town. There was no outlet for me to express myself and to speak about some of the frustrations I had growing up in the Rockaway. So I gathered a group of people that I knew growing up that had the opportunity to go away to college, and the organization just started from us venting and complaining about our community till one day someone said, well, why don't we actually go out and do something about these issues that we're talking about? And that's how the Rockaway Youth Task Force grew to the organization it is today.